If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Welcome back in. It is Monday Night Live at High Tops and Timonium. Brendan Iamadejo, your host here on WNST. And BA, I will let you have the privilege of introducing your special guest this evening.
Well, tonight we have a very special guest. You know, I always bring you guys stars, but tonight I really brought you a star. And this guy, in his first year, Harbaugh had the audacity to say, "Did I really waste a draft pick on you?" And now he just has to eat his words. Because
is that a true story?
He said that. But that's, you know, coaches do that stuff sometimes. You know, he knew he was going to be a good player. I guess maybe that day, you know, his hair wasn't flowing the right way for him that day. But now, you know, he's playing at such a high level. He's playing the best football that he's played in his professional career. He had an interception that stopped a scoring drive at the end of the San Francisco game. And you think he's shining right now, but he's going to shine a lot brighter in the future. Number 21, Lardarius Webb.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
He doesn't, at least BA doesn't talk a lot, you know what I mean? At least he gets right to the point, you know what I mean? That was a pretty good introduction right there. You ever been introduced like that before?
No, that was the best. That was the best ever. But thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely, man. We're happy to have you here. Dude, how are you handling? You're kind of like a star right now. We've had a couple guys out here that sort of had some star turns this season. How are you handling this, man?
Not a star yet, you know. I have a long way to go. Right now I'm just playing good ball. The whole defense is playing great ball right now, and with the front seven playing the way they play, Terrell Suggs, Corey Redden, B.A., Jamil, they getting at the quarterback like every play, so it's making my job easy. So I'm a credit to them while I'm having a great season.
Ladarius, you got to be able to admit that before the season, when everybody's saying, well, here's the one thing that worries me about the Ravens, it's that secondary. They're just unproven. I don't know if they're probably going to let the whole unit down. It's got to feel really good 11 games in to have shut every single person up that said something like that.
I mean, it feels good, but I always get back to there's always work to be done. You know, we have a long season ahead of us. You know, we have the playoffs ahead of us, and we're just taking one game at a time, you know, and throughout, you know, I've had a nice season so far, and I just hope to keep it up, you know, and finish the season strong and healthy. And
a season's always better when the team's 8-3 than when you're, you know, 5-6.
You're right. You're right.
So this right now, you guys 8-3, coming off two really big wins over the Bengals and 49ers at home.
In 5 days.
Correct, in 5 days. We've done this every week, I think, BA, where we talked about, are you thinking about who's ahead? Are you thinking about things like that? You had an opportunity on Sunday night because the Steelers were playing. Were either one of you paying attention to it? Ladarius, I'll start with you. Are you paying? Do you know what they're doing? Are you aware of it? And what's ahead of you trying to win this division?
I mean, I was watching the game. I thought it was going to be a great game, which it turned out to be a great game against the Chiefs, but the Chiefs just gave that game away. They gave it away. I mean, it was no other way. They paid that quarterback because I wish he was giving them interceptions. Like, he was throwing it directly to them. They did not even have to move. But I don't know. That game was set up last night.
The funny thing is there were fans in Baltimore sitting and watching last night's game cheering for Tyler Palko the way they cheer for Joe Flacco. I mean, there was literal Palko chants going on in Houselands.
I just don't understand. Interceptions are so hard to get, and they're so rare, and this dude was just dropping them right to the other guy. Like, you could throw the ball out of bounds, or you could throw it to the guy in the opposite jersey. What are you going to do, Palko?
He did it twice directly to the guy. The guy didn't even have to move. Like, he thought he was wide receiver. Like,
how funny is it to think about the fact that that was the dude that Pitt kept instead of keeping Joe Flacco? They kept that guy.
Hey.
You're not even saying anything.
It was crickets in here, just silence. Like, seriously?
Right.
That's why the coach at the time there isn't there anymore.
Right, correct. Correct. You had to have Tyler Palko. But it's one of those things that, you know, you never know what you can get. You know, a lot of people, Darius, when you got drafted, said, this dude's never going to be a cornerback in the NFL. He's going to have to move to safety. There's no way. He can't play cornerback. He's not big enough. He hasn't gone up against, you know, that type of talent. It is sort of one of these things where it gives you a little bit more. BA talks about this all the time. Guy that was, you know, nobody wanted him for a little while. They said, oh, yeah, whatever. You can go run around, and I guess maybe we'll let you hit somebody on special teams a little bit. There is a little bit something nice to say, really, this is what you thought of me. This is what let me show you what I can do.
I really don't look at that, man. I just have a pride about myself. I mean, what I want to be, my own goals. You really can't look at what everybody else expecting you and what they think of you, because that only brings you down. I just want best for myself. I want to be one of the greatest corners to ever play the game, and it just takes time. And right now, I'm just learning from the guys in front of me. You know, I had Foxworth, he went down. A lot of guys who went down that I was learning from who's not even there anymore.
Sure.
So it's like I turned into the older guy real quick. You know? So it turned into where I have to teach Jimmy now.
Sure.
Where they're learning from me. So I just had to grow up real fast, and I mean, the defense, we needed it. This is the year, we have the team, we have the leaders on the squad, and, you know, we just didn't want to be the weak links.
You mentioned being the older guy now. You guys had a couple of days off this weekend, and, you know, that's a rare thing at this point in the NFL season to have those couple of days. Bia, let me start with you. As a guy who's been in the league, compare handling 3 days off right now to the way that you perhaps would have handled it when you were a younger man, when you were first coming into the NFL. How do you take 3 days off now?
Well, I mean, you know, I got 2 kids, so I spent a lot of family time, but it was tough, man. I had a tough weekend, man. I had to take my daughter. So we went to New York City, and my daughter wanted to go shopping for toys, went to FAO Shorts, and started running around New York, and my daughter wanted cookies at midnight and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, I think I'd rather be at work. She ran me into the ground. So, but, you know, I think the difference between when you're a younger player and when you're a veteran player, you know, when you're like a player like Webby, you can go out at night and have a good time and then go to work and still have a productive day. Now it's like, man, I got to go home. I got to relax, try to get my feet up as much as I can, and then, you know, try to have a productive day, you know, still being sore and still trying to recover. But, you know, the young guys, they could burn the candle at both ends. And when you're older, you really can't do that. You have to take care of yourself a lot more.
Webby, already only into your, like, 3rd year here, you know, have you noticed that you do things a little bit differently than, say, when you were a rookie? Have you already sort of seen, like, places like that where maybe you would have handled these 3 days a little bit differently in your rookie season?
I mean, it's a lot different, but I handled them like a rookie. I stayed in bed the whole time. I like went and bought some movies at Best Buy.
What'd you buy?
I bought Super 8 and went to see Super 8. I watched Hangover 2 again.
That's pretty good. Hang on a second. That's not even out on DVD yet. How'd you get a copy of Hangover 2?
I ordered it on.
Oh, and there's nothing shady going on there.
No, I ordered it.
Nothing shady.
I ordered it.
I saw it in the subway in New York. It was there. It's out. Believe me.
It's out. It's on the airplane when you do the airplane. But I chill, man. I rest, man. I was so tired from no game in 5 days. I just wanted to lay down, sleep, and just enjoy waking up at 11 o'clock.
I got a story about Webby talking about being a star, and I mean, he is a star, but he doesn't think that I mean, we think he's a bigger star than he thinks he is, you know? He thinks he's just a guy. So we're driving to the stadium together a couple weeks ago, and he saw a fan in his jersey. So he wanted to stop and like get out of the car and go shake the fans. I'm like, wait, you can't do that. Just because you see someone in your jersey doesn't mean you're gonna go say hi, take a picture, and do all. He's like, oh, but I want that for me though. He made my day beautiful. I'm like, he made your day beautiful.
Hang on. Anybody in this room own a Lardarius Webb jersey? Is there anybody in this room with a Lardarius Webb? Look at that. There you go. Very nice.
I guarantee he's gonna want to take a picture with you. He's gonna want to be Facebook friends. Yeah, he's gonna want to do all that stuff with you.
I just feel proud, man. I feel privileged and just blessed to go to the game and with all those old 52 jerseys, 20 jerseys,
sure.
27s, 5s, just 55.
You still see some 86 hanging around?
You still see everybody else, but then you see 21 and you be like, 21? Sometimes I'm on the field and I can look in the stands and I see one and I'll just stare at them for like 20 seconds.
Is that when you feel like you've made it?
I'll be like, there go my jersey.
Well, then he starts thinking to himself, did somebody else wear 21 here? Right.
Yeah,
right.
Sometimes I be Ibn McAllister's. I be trying to wait till they turn around. Just turn around. And I see the W and I know it's mine.
Or some personalized jersey of somebody that's 21 years old. That was like their 21st birthday present. Like, oh, man.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.